YouTube rappers. It's a term that can carry a bit of a stigma with it, but I think writing every single one off as bad is closed-minded and cutting you off from music that you might really enjoy. So with this series, I'm going to be covering multiple rappers in each episode, sharing my thoughts on them with you, good and bad, and then you can check them out for yourself because my opinion is my own and entirely subjective. To get an idea of how I feel about each one, for every rapper on here, I listened to their 5 most viewed songs and 5 most recent songs. For a list of the songs that I listened to for each rapper in this particular video, that'll be down in the description below so you guys know. Obviously, not the most comprehensive look at these rappers, but more of a first impression type deal. Let's go.
Drop a bomb on the enemy, artillery, blowing up your auxiliary. Hit him with the intercontinental capabilities, leaving no stability in the Middle East.
This a warning shot to every motherfucking little one-hit wonder rap mumble brother. Kryptonite finna get paid up.
So GAWNE came onto my radar with that legendary piece of YouTube rap history known as Death to Mumble Rap. And it was not the best first impression of the artist formerly known as Look Gone, and exemplifies a few of the issues that I have with his music. The whole dissing mumble rap thing was so played out already by the time that song dropped, and there were points where Look was rapping so fast that it didn't even sound like real words. It sounds like those guys that host auctions rapping. And hey look, I like me some fast rap every now and then. I had a whole series that was dedicated to talking about rappers' fastest verses. But from what I heard, with an artist like GAWNE, it's a main part of his rapping persona, and it's a little bit too much for me. It comes off as a different form of style over substance, where you have to say things really fast on nearly every song and drop a rhyme wherever you can. And grabbing every possible chance for a rhyme in sight can sometimes have questionable results. I'm probably making a song for Kim Jong, so ching chong. Or sometimes what it does is make wordplay way too obvious just so that it fits in with the rhyme scheme more. With a line like, I'm not telling lies, even Helen Keller who's deaf and blind, it doesn't really work in my accent, could see the way I rip the beat. Thanks for explaining the joke within the joke there. Or with the song Hell to Pay, it's a song that's mainly about politics, but that comes to a screeching halt in the middle so that GAWNE can rap about how good he is at rapping to cram more syllables and rhymes in. But the devil said I'd be better, never repenting for my pen again. When my venom is venerable, I'm too fucking incredible. Unbiteable flow, it is inedible. My legible, my decibels and trebles are impeccable. Second reminder that this is on a verse about politics. There's also that old Eminem problem for me where the inspiration is a bit too clear. Death to Mumble Rap sounds like Rap God with the fast rapping in that sort of electronic synthy beat. His song Lies actually uses an Eminem type beat. It's the comparison a lot of people make, but it's hard not to think of Eminem when you hear stuff like this.
Your rain is so ill, it'll flow killer like for real. I get the show filled up, enter the venue and turn the whole building into King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Wait, what does that say on the wall over there? Oh, can't sleep. I was about to say, that looked like some really aggressively worded graffiti. Not every song I heard is like this. There were a couple of deeper ones in there, but even those ones, I didn't feel like were really for me. GAWNE is okay as a rapper, but I don't think he's unique enough yet for me to enjoy him. He seems like a good guy, and if you watch his Fantano interview, it seems like he has a level of self-awareness about how his music is perceived. This is just the type of rap that he enjoys making. Death to Mumble Rap 2 as well starts off with a pretty funny skit, like he knows what he's doing.
No, I'm gonna talk to him right now. We'll change the whole tone. Don't worry.
Like Eminem when oh, well, you know nothing about syllables per second. Get the fuck out of my studio.
And I do genuinely think rapping fast does take some level of skill, regardless of the general internet hip-hop community's thoughts on it, but it is possible to go overboard with that skill. It's the point where it starts sounding like random noises instead of words, where it gets to be a bit too much, like that's a bit too much for me. It's not for me from what I've heard, it's definitely not for me, but he's doing his thing and there is an audience for it.
Most reactors think your verse is whack. They're just afraid to say truth, cause being fake like you just made do things for their career.
Okay, first and foremost, I think Scru could do with the separate channel for his music, because I had to dig through like 3 million reaction videos before I found his most recent song. That number is a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm pretty sure it's in like the hundreds of videos that I had to scroll through. Regardless, Scru is one of the rappers here that I want to hear more from. From the songs I heard, he's got some great hooks. The ones on Illy mode, Righteous and Ratchet, and Goku Vegeta in particular got stuck in my head. And he has one of those voices in general that was just made for rapping with its deeper, rougher sound. You'll often see YouTube rappers that get 1 or 2 things right, but the rest of their music is lacking, but for the most part, I got the impression that Scru is fairly close to the whole package. Just listen to how some of these flows are hitting.
Cause the posse be like a hockey team, gotta stick with a semi, they pros. Like a mafia, eat a lobster with pasta. Just to stop us, you gon' need plenty of options. Body on my body, cause Kevin Costner. Whoa, this shit is raw. Swear I was born in the city of gods. Try to get Christ in my life, but the closest to Christian I got with this Christian Dior. Critics are whores, I get up and raw, then buy me a watch that I couldn't before. Damn black skin, black hoodie. Now I'm in his habitat. Rat-a-tat. Now his red top is matching his MAGA hat. After that, I'ma make a speech and take a stand like this for each and every man who's ever beaten by the clan. No Martin.
Scru still raps a bit faster often and rhymes a lot, but it's not to the point that it hurts the track at all. In fact, it sounds really good. I even enjoyed his Upchurch diss, which received a hell of a lot of backlash. I thought the build-up of the flow and beat was hard as hell, and quite a few of the bars and punchlines made me laugh. Maybe I don't have the necessary context, because I'm not too familiar with their beef, and I haven't heard a single Upchurch song, but as far as the sound goes, I really enjoyed that one. Now, seeing as I noted it for GAWNE, it is worth mentioning that Scru is also an Eminem fan, and probably takes inspiration from him too, but if he does, it's not super clear in his songs themselves, which is a good thing. The only association I've noticed is that Slime Shady project he made, which is cool, and the songs featuring that Denise guy who sounds like Eminem as the character of Stan, which I found to be pretty corny personally because it's so tied into another artist. But outside of that, his music truly comes off as its own. Scru gets a thumbs up from me. I'm gonna check out more of his music ASAP.
Hey, did it like I told you. We not from Magnolia, but you really made a soldier. Hey, there's somebody for you, and I wish a nigga would like your table need a coaster.
Samad Savage, criminally underrated. My phone autocorrected that to Salad Savage in the script. Samad has been pretty great since I first discovered his music in around 2019, I believe, and he's only been getting better. Every single time I finish listening to a Samad Savage song, I just think to myself, like, why is he not much bigger than he is right now? His songs sound anything but amateur. The best thing about his music is the versatility. You do get the fast rapping and multi-syllable rhymes that you would expect from the YouTube rap scene, but then you have these amazing, great sounding melodies and harmonies that make his songs feel really full and complete. The hooks on Good Night and Way Too Down, for example, have not left my head since the first time that I heard them.
Good night, is a nigga good with a little life? Doing anything that I would like. Running every night for the good life. I don't wanna talk right now. I'm feeling way too down.
And don't even get me started on the flows, man. I just need to play you some examples.
Whole lot of streams, look at that, and I see now. Damn, I blew up, all of my notes are see now. Get it in order, a song out with an importer. Invested in more clean water for North, cause they more support. Finna blow, can you smell like cocaine? Finna blow like a shell like propane. Oh, man, I face decisions that you couldn't imagine. How can I front like I only pay back in? Bloods on my left, got it popping like static. And bro, I'm in the building, throw the biggest sodas in the basin. Bro, I take a little closer, I'm like, yo, with the statement, so I get out of bed to kill your dad or with the regrets, cause this how a legend get pause of bread, can sit down upset and hurt.
It's rare that I hear one of his verses and I'm not bopping my head along to it. It seems like Samad takes influence from a bunch of different kinds of music and different kinds of rap, so you get a great mix of conscious rap that incorporates trap elements and near enough commercial sounding melodic elements to make bangers that have solid lyrics. One of the songs I checked out for this video, Don't, has great storytelling too. It's a really interesting look at domestic domestic violence that covers perspectives of the people involved in a thought-provoking way. You even hear the perspective of one of the cops that gets involved in the dispute. It's really creatively done, and once again, the track just sounds amazing. Extremely talented guy, and the one that I'd recommend the most here. Definitely give his music a listen.
You ain't fucking with it, you can take a walk, man. Take a walk, take a walk. You don't wanna push my buttons, take a walk.
First of all, can't relate. My meat is exceedingly average. And second, if you're not familiar with this duo, it's made up of the YouTubers Cody Ko and Noel Miller. So I'm sure you can figure out from all this that they fit more strongly in the category of comedy rap or meme rap, way more than anyone else that I've included on here so far. But like, really high budget meme rap. And that can make it a bit hit or miss for me, but they are getting better as time goes on. Funnily enough, the songs that I enjoyed the most from them were the ones that arguably have the least overly obvious comedy in them. Sophia and Broke Bitch. Those tracks are beating some metaphorical meat with how hard they bump, bro.
We've been up 3 days going crazy, no sleep. It's like you don't even miss it. Make me come back like Fila. She got fire next, she tequila. Man, tell that broke bitch. Oh shit, it's us again. She can't fuck with me, so she just fuck my friends. I can't get pulled over on the road cause I got contraband.
Shout out to Diamond Pistols who made these beats too, which is an unreasonably hard producer name. His beats are always a high point of their music. And before someone brings it up, I know Sophia is a song that's literally about fucking a robot woman, but I think it plays it slightly more subtle and metaphorically with its comedy to the point that I like it a lot more. The lyrics come off as a bit more clever and witty rather than something like Clout. That one gets old pretty fast. I guess part of the joke is that most of the tracks do kind of bump, but the lyrics are saying some silly, unimportant things, but sometimes it can wear out pretty quickly. From what I've noticed, that's more of a problem in their earlier music though, where I feel like they had the mindset more of making parody music just for fun. Now it's a bit more refined, and Cody is becoming better as a vocalist because I think on the early tracks, he definitely was the weaker link compared to Noel, who to me seems like he's wanted to rap for a while because he got his delivery style down a lot faster. And I could genuinely picture him doing well making serious songs if he wanted to. But if I play you some Cody clips from throughout the years side by side, you can definitely hear an improvement in the delivery.
Speaking of Zans, I got hella Zans. Zans in my cargo shorts, Zans in my minivan. Clout got me the shirt, bitch, you know it ain't a knockoff. I could take a shit on camera, watch that shit pop off. But I keep a clean record, baby, that's what I'm about. Last week I had a rash on my knees. I freaked out, thought it was an ST disease. She a California girl, she my Westworld. She making moves like a chessboard. She taught me off like a fresh pour, then she iced me.
As far as YouTube rap goes, there definitely is better out there, and Cody and Noel are more YouTubers that also rap on the side, compared to everyone else in this video where rap is their main thing. But there's also definitely a lot worse out there, and there's a particular niche that they fill for sure. If anything you've heard about them sounds like it would be for you, then definitely check them out. So that is it for YouTube Rappers Part 1. I'd highly recommend that you check out everyone that I talked about in this video because this is all just my own opinion, and I always encourage you guys to listen to whatever I'm talking about to see how you feel and make your own opinions about it. And I'm going to be giving Samad Savage my gold medal for recommendation out of these 4 artists. There will definitely be more parts to this, and if you drop some more rappers down in the comments, the list of people that I could cover will be even bigger. One person I definitely won't be covering in this series, who I'd say qualifies as a YouTube rapper, is Adam Calhoun, because I've talked about him very recently, so you need to click here on the screen right now to get the juicy scoop on that. Much love to you for watching the video, to my Patreons for supporting the channel every month, and a special shout out to my biggest Patreon supporters, and those are Big Daddy Foe, David, Griffin Upchurch, I Am Region, and Ryan Shadow 507.